So why can't Wisconsin beat Arizona? There is a serious hype train rolling early in the season for Arizona, and they've earned it for the most part, but people really love creating hype early in the season. But they are highly efficient on both sides of the ball. They push the ball in transition. They play together. They're an older team. And their stats, they're impressive. They're second in the country in rebounds per game, 16th in the country in steals per game, 4th in assists per game, and they're averaging the third most points per game in the entire country, averaging 93. However, their stats are as inflated as your grocery bill by the way of beating the brakes off a bunch of mid-major teams. Against Duke, against Michigan State, they didn't break 80 points. And when you match these two teams up, Wisconsin matches up very well with them size-wise. You would even give a slight edge to Wisconsin, I'd say, size-wise, but it's very close. You have Kylan Boswell and Chucky Hepburn, both are 6'2", 200-pound point guards. Love and Max Klesman, both guys about 6'3", 6'4". You have Larson and AJ Storr going head-to-head. Storr's an inch or two on Larson, about 6'6", 6'7". You got Keyshawn Johnson and Tyler Wall. Johnson 6'7", Wall's 6'9". And then Ballo down low, he's a big boy, but Crowell's also a big boy now. This isn't 2021 anymore. Crowell is a very solid man down low. But they're both 7 feet. Ballo's listed at 260 pounds. Crowell's listed at 250. But Arizona's not loaded with NBA talent. 4 of their 5 starters are seniors. And the one guy who might get drafted and go pro after this season is Boswell, but that's no guarantee. He's more of a savvy, physically strong guard, more so than an explosive freak athlete. But guess who's also physically strong? It's Chucky Hepburn. And there's very few people who can move their feet laterally like Chucky on defense. And then you combine that with his strength. He's a menace defensively. He's one of the best defenders in the country, and you'll be hard-pressed to find a better defensive backcourt duo than Klesman and Chucky. But look what Chucky did to Tyler Kolek. The Big East Player of the Year last season was rendered useless against Wisconsin. He put the clamps on him. His 11 points, most of them had nothing to do with Chucky Hepburn. And then look what happened when Tyrese Hunter for Texas was guarding Kolek. Kolek popped off for 28 points. Chucky is an elite defender. And it's not all Boswell. Arizona's a very balanced team, but when Caleb Love and Keyshawn Johnson are your two leading scorers, that doesn't strike a lot of fear into me. I mean, Johnson averaged 7.7 points per game last season at San Diego State. And granted, he was splitting minutes just about 50-50 with Jaden Ledee, who's averaging 20-plus per game this year. And San Diego State, didn't play at a super fast tempo. But still, and you look at Caleb Love, the man is a certified chucker. He's got that George Costanza game.
I give it to you, you just shoot. You're a chucker.
Chuck.
That's right. Every time you get the ball, you shoot.
I can't believe you called me a chucker. No way I'm a chucker. I do not chuck. Never chuck. Never have chuck. Never will chuck. No chuck.
You chuck?
Kramer, am I a chucker?
Oh, you're a chucker.
I mean, the guy has never been efficient throughout his entire career. He's never shot 40% or higher from the field in any season. He shot 31% from the field his freshman year, and he's shooting a little better this year, 39, but his Pac-12 play, I imagine that'll go down. But there's few players I'd rather have guarding him than Max Klesman. And Ballo, we talked about before, he's a big boy. He's a big dude down low. But Crowell is a grown-ass man at this point. He is very solid. He's looking like an All-American these last few games. Ever since that Providence game, Crowell has been so solid. He's been so strong down low. And there's few people I'd rather have guarding Ballo in the country than Steven Crowell. And then you throw in Ballo's backup at 7'2", but I think Crowell, as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble, will hold his own. In Arizona, they're second in the country in rebounds per game. But a mutual opponent of Arizona is Michigan State, who Wisconsin just beat by 13 on the road. Arizona beat them by 6 on a neutral site. Granted, it was in California. More of a home game for Arizona than it is Michigan State. Michigan State out-rebounded Arizona 32-31. When Wisconsin just manhandled Michigan State, out-rebounding them 35-22. What does that mean? I don't think Arizona's going to have the rebounding edge on Wisconsin. If anything, it'll be very close, or I'll give the edge to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, they're a great rebounding team in their own right. It's not the same rebounds per game. They don't play as fast as Arizona, and they haven't played as many mid-majors as Arizona. But they're giving up the fewest rebounds per game in the entire country. And Arizona's other best win against Duke was 5-3 now. They just lost to Georgia Tech. This will be an equally matched game. Arizona's not filled with NBA talent, nor are they freakishly athletic. AJ Storr is going to be the best athlete on the court. And Arizona's obviously a really good team, but they're not a great team. If this was the 13-14 Arizona team, the 14-15 squad, I'd probably pick those Arizona squads. Those Arizona squads were great. This team's really good. I don't think there's going to be a great team in college basketball this year, especially that 14-15 squad. That team was great for Arizona, but I think there's not going to be a dominant, great team in college basketball this year. There's going to be a lot of parity. And that 14-15 squad, that's another story for another day. But I thought there was like 4 great teams that season. Typically, there'll be 0 or 1. That was an anomaly. Bottom line, this is a very winnable game for Wisconsin. It won't be easy. I think this will be a very equally matched game, but they can most definitely do it. I'll post my final prediction video tomorrow night. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe for more college basketball content. See you tomorrow.